Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to make a very quick recipe which is apple pastry. As you all know, I really love puff pastry. It is so easy and so versatile, and I find a lot of use for puff pastry. We saw this very simple recipe on the internet and we decided to give it a try. So I am going to need, for my apple pastry, I have here 3 apples, honey, a biscuit cutter, and a roll of puff pastry. I've also got my oven tray, which are already sprayed with spray and cook. And to apply on the top for my puff pastry to come into a golden color, I'm going to use milk on top. And to end it up, I'm going to sprinkle icing sugar. I also forgot to mention, I'm going to use a pinch of cinnamon powder onto my apple. I've got my oven on to 175. Now we are ready to start to prepare our pastry. I'm going to start off with my first apple. I'm going to slice this apple. So I'm going to slice the apple very thinly. Here's my sliced apples. To my baking tray, firstly I'm going to add a teaspoon of honey, and then I'm going to just layer my apples using about 6 slices per time. I will need some more honey to add in another 2 slices. To this apple, just take a pinch of cinnamon powder and sprinkle on top. And I will continue doing the same process. This is my first apple slice that made 4. With my 3 apples, I can make a dozen. This puff pastry is Fatima's puff pastry. With my biscuit cutter, I'm going to cut my pastry. I have cut 2 pieces cut, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to place it over the apple. You had to cover your apple completely. Or you can also use a knife cutting it. I'm going to press this lightly so it covers the apples. Now I'm going to do the same for the rest. Here's my 4 that I made, which is going to be ready to get popped into the oven. But before that, I'm just going to rub in some milk on the top. While this will be in the oven, I will continue with the rest of my apple. This is ready to be popped into the oven. We're going to let this bake for about 20 minutes until the pastry golden brown, but we will check. 20 minutes has passed us and my pastry is lovely and brown. Just going to take it off the oven. As you can see, my pattern didn't get attached to one another. So that's the reason why you use a full length of pastry over it. And while our honey is still hot, we are going to flip our pastry to our plate. There you go. You can see how nice my apple and honey has caramelized together. Now I'm ready to sprinkle in my icing sugar. These are now ready to serve while my next batch get into the oven. And you can also serve this with some lovely cream on top, or have it as it is with a nice cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Thank you all for watching and enjoy.